You are the best, my child. Reward and punishment are two strong pillars upon which human character is being established. Educators have to be well aware of the positive impact of reward on the children and the harmful effects of punishment given to them. A word of encouragement can do wonders. So let's practice to say, "You are the best, my child." Love and kindness have greater influence than punishment upon the improvement of human character. What are the effects of reward and punishment? What reward can do, punishment can never achieve. Any behavior which is rewarded will repeat, while behavior going unrewarded will decline. Punishment will not do any good to the children. It may outwardly do wonders, but inwardly will damage the personality and self-confidence of the child. The effects of physical punishment are temporary, whereas the impact of reward is permanent and long-lasting. I'm sure you all know that praise is one of the simplest way of reward, and it doesn't cost anything. It's so easy to do it. It's so easy to practice it. Praise is a valuable input that definitely shapes the behavior. You know, kids generally want to please their parents and keep their approval. So they look forward to your approval. They look forward to your praise. We should be careful to praise the behavior and not the person. This would make the praise sound sincere and gives more effect to specific encouragement. If we want to praise every move that our child makes, there's a danger that either the child will get addicted to praise or will start doubting us. So there's a limit to praise. That's what we have to be careful about. To keep a child's attention, we should change the way we deliver praise. You cannot use the same kind of praise every time for the same child. We might show this not only with words, but also through appreciative body language. Kids are thrilled by positive messages addressed to them. Praise can shape the behavior of a child. It will do wonders. You have to see it to believe it. It is the only way to reinforce good behavior. Praise is an external motivator. Now let's see what are the effects of punishment. I'm sure you know that verbal abuse is also one kind of punishment. And sometimes we are really not aware of it. Verbal abuse destroys a child's sense of shame. Verbal abuse gradually reduces his respect for his educators. Child will follow the same pattern and will start using the same foul words with his peers. His discourtesy intensifies to such a degree that he would not stop using abusive language to his teachers and even to his parents. He may even treat his parents the same way as he was treated. If the child is repeatedly exposed to such abusive treatment, soon a day will come that he would disobey all his elders. When these pent-up feelings will erupt, the child will develop a revengeful behavior. And it's all because of the punishment that we give to our children, knowingly or unknowingly. Do you know? Punishment will make the children obstinate and rude. They will lose their self-respect. They will no more pay attention to any advice and will look forward for force to apply. It also would make the children stone-hearted. They would go to any extent to hurt others as they were hurt in childhood. It's really a kind of warning. Whether we should use the tool of punishment or not, we should always think twice before deciding upon it. Most of us are using reward and punishment to discipline our children. But are we really sure of what are the ultimate goal of discipline? Do you know it's so important for the child to have self-discipline? Did you know that the inner motivation comes out of discipline? And it is discipline which will create praiseworthy conduct in a child. If the child is disciplined, she will use a kindly tongue. She will have respect and regard for the elders. And for sure, the child will be responsible and accountable. These are all the impact of discipline. And who is going to implement discipline on the children? You and me, we the educators. Let me share some tips with you, tips for parents. Please keep in mind, children should be trained at their home in such a way that the slightest lack of attention from the mother or father is in itself the greatest punishment. Also, please keep in mind that subjecting the children to blows is very harmful. You will see personally that how harmful are the physical punishment that you give to your children. Most of the educationists believe that physical punishment destroys the character of the children. So you might ask the question that how and when should we correct our children? If we are not going to give them punishment, and if we cannot keep on praising our children, then how are we going to correct our children's behavior? When the child perceives you upholding his self-esteem, his dignity and his prize, that is the time that the child corrects his behavior. We should all understand that behavior is strongly rooted in emotions. To effect any change in a behavior at the emotional level, children want to tangibly feel that grown-ups believe in them. Parents and teachers must understand that whenever they execute a correction, they dual role play. They are either the referee or they are the coach. You have to reprimand them immediately and tell them what they did wrong. Show your emotions. Let your child know if you are sad, angry, or happy. Then only the child will be able to understand what is a desirable behavior, what is an undesirable behavior. And the child himself will correct his own behavior just to make you happy. Let the children feel what you felt when they did something wrong. Remind the child how much you value him. This will give the self-esteem to the children. This will add to the confidence of the children. And this will surely lead to correction of the behavior of the children. You must reassure him that you think well of him, that you think well about him, and you are unhappy about his performance in that particular situation. Remember, once you have reminded, it is over and should not keep and again. You should look in the abilities and talents of your child. Don't challenge him beyond his capacity. You should have confidence in your child's abilities. Try to encourage your child for his achievements, however big or small it might be. I'm sure by these tips, you'll be able to take care of your children to the best way possible. And I'm sure that you're going to use a praiseworthy language. You're going to encourage your child. You're going to let your child know that she is the best. And I'm sure by the means of praise and reward, you're going to do miracles and you're going to achieve something which punishment would have never achieved. So let me wish you happy parenting and please let me know how effective were these tips for you and how much more you are feeling positive about your role as parents. Thank you.